สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Morning Thailand of July 8, 2013 with Tulip Naksempop
and Wanasan Krahong.
And first news today, Kun Gop, we will start with something positive.
Yes, very positive. Now, of course, just to warn you and give you a heads up after the first news. The one after that will not be so cheerful. So brace yourself for it because has been a lot of things that happen during the weekends, of course. And as for the first very good news is that there has been a math competition in Bulgaria. And of course, Thai children are pretty good at mathematics, as in, most Asian children somehow.
Known for?
Yeah, I'm not one of them, unfortunately. However, the 6 of Thai children actually won the math competition in Bulgaria in the Bulgaria Mathematics International, I believe. They say that at this point, we have sent in several of the kids, and of course, this is in Mathematics International Competition 2013. And they say that we have sent for youth about 16 of our children, as well as the Mathematics International Competition, which is including everyone else, around another 16. In other category, not just youth, that's in total is 32, and this competition actually took place since the 27th of last month all the way until the 7th. So just recently, just yesterday.
Wow, that's a really long competition.
Yeah, apparently there has been divided in 4 different categories altogether that we have won from this competition, and we won 6 of the gold medals. 15 of the silver medal and another 16 for the bronze, as well as 5 of the other awards as well. That's not exactly the medals, but for participating. Now they say that at this point there has been quite a bit of support for all the youths that have gone to this particular competition. So congratulations to them. And of course, it seems like they have a long way yet to go.
Yes, because they look very young.
Exactly. And the thing is, you gotta admit it, academically in Thailand, we're pretty good at all this competition. Somehow we didn't really get that much of a vibe unless you're in school.
Well, Thai kids won some kind of award in all this academic Olympic every year.
Exactly.
Every year, in almost every competition, we won something. Like even robot, we always won something. Always won the first or the second or the third. So something happened between the young their younger life before they develop to be
adults.
Or maybe just different generation. They're gonna develop to be a high quality adult future of our country.
There you go.
Later.
See?
Anyway,
let's go for downhill here.
Okay, first news after that great news. No one died yet. And hopefully we'll survive the situation. Anyway, yesterday, Sunday, the media got tipped off that there were this, I would say, horrific accident.
It's quite horrific.
At one of the temple in Nakornpathom province. The temple is Aw Noi, or some people known as Thamma Isra Temple in Kamphaeng.
It's quite well known.
It's quite well known. The abbot here is very well known. The media got tipped off to go check out at the hospital in the province because one of the people that went to the temple to practice Buddhism there got bitten or mauled by a tiger there.
In a temple. A tiger in a temple.
Apparently, there are about 5 or 6 of the 5 tigers in a cage in the back of the temple. And the thing is, when the incident happened, no one there
was around.
No one was around, and there's no CCTV, so no one able to tell the details.
Okay.
Of course, except for the woman herself. It's a woman, not it. She is a woman. 30-year-old Benjawan Sangvichian. So
that's
she.
the tiger.
That's the tiger. Look pretty peaceful.
He looks pretty thin.
So the media went to the hospital in Nakornpathom, the Sanam Chan hospital. By the time they got there and they tried to get the story in more detail what was going on, the relatives of the victims just sneak the victim out in the bag and transfer to the hospital in Bangkok.
Oh, so they don't want to
They don't want to give out any information, and I guess because this temple is really famous, so I think they want to avoid another scandalous. But of course, it will, this will reach to the police. So now it becomes the question of whether this temple have the permit or the license to have these wild animal under their possession. So right now the police has asked the temple to show the document, and the temple said during the weekend there's so many people stay there to practice Buddhism, so they will submit the document to the police on the 8th of July, which is today.
So
Yes.
I think in Khao Sot newspaper they mentioned that she actually lost an arm out of this particular incident.
Yeah,
And
because
some say that she actually kind of poked it or just
in Daily News said that in Daily News it didn't say whether she lost her arm, but they said she severely injured her arm and the middle of her body. But they said they suspect that she probably poke her hands into the cage. But they say since there's no one there
Then-
and no civilian cameras, and she wasn't there to answer the question to the
So
media,
it's
so
all
this is all
speculation.
speculation. Yes.
Okay. Well,
If you see the tiger in the cage,
do not
or
try
if
to
you see
pet it.
anything in the cage, it's in the cage for a reason. So
That's
just-
true.
just
That's
don't.
true. So hopefully, we're probably gonna get more information on it later on, and then we'll update you on that. However, let's move on to another interesting news. Now, if you have been in Thailand like long enough, you know that we do somehow like motorcycles a lot. You've seen a herd of motorcycle everywhere. Now, I have to say a herd because sometimes when they actually come in packed,
Schools.
it's just a lot. It just feel like you're in Africa and all these motorcycles are zebras or something that's try to run.
I heard of that. Okay.
Exactly. Now they say that in Pattaya in particular, of course, there has been a lot of talk about this particular motorcycles gang. Now they say that in Chonburi district of Chonburi province, of course, they say that the police have arrested yesterday 117 bikers. Now they were, of
That's
course,
a big gang.
yeah, they were racing, and they say that the police were able to confiscate 76 motorcycles altogether, and of course arrested 117. And they say that is youth. Now these are not
This is
adults.
the future of our
Another future.
Another kind of
apart
future.
from the gold medals that we have reported on the first news. Now this one is racers. Now they say that at this point last night early last night, yesterday, they say that the police along with 50 of the volunteers have to use 7 pickup trucks to close down this particular street in order to arrest all these motorcycle racers. They say that there were 91 males and 26 females.
Now,
And
if the viewers wonder why it's all blur, they are all minors, so
Exactly.
we have to blur that face as you see now on the screen.
at this point, they say that they aged around 12 to 20.
12!
12 to 20. So technically,
12?
they're all minors.
12!
12, I know.
How can they get,
Well, I think the 12 years old probably just sat at the back of the motorcycle, or
Spectators.
Exactly. So at this point, it went as young as that, and obviously it was like about 12:30 in the morning of the 7th. So
Last night, midnight.
yeah.
Oh no,
of the 7th.
Saturday
So
night.
Saturday
Saturday
night.
midnight.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah. So just
very lively news.
no, not really, but that's what happened. And of course, if you have any tips, or you have seen this type of racing, please inform the police. I'm not sure, you can call 191 and perhaps reported it, because the thing is, I think this is something that we should discourage all the children from actually trying to race in the street.
Yeah.
Because
it's
very
illegal.
dangerous and very dangerous for bystanders, really.
And if you don't know, but most of you probably know it already, there is a name for racers called Wen, and the girl in the back of the motorcycle called Skoy.
Just
so
a
if
tip.
you heard these terms, you know what it means.
Right.
And now we're gonna take a short break.
No, we have another incident.
It's actually my news. What?
It's Monday. It's okay. It's Monday, but it's sad though. This news is very unfortunate.
This is also involve a teenager on another kind of motorcycle, but this is not, because they were
a lot more
racing.
powerful. Yeah, this one's
is
not
something
racing.
entirely different. This has happened in Chonburi. I would say it's a horrific accident. The van of the temple that taking the abbot back to the temple, the abbot of the temple, actually crashed with what we call is big bike,
Right.
which is a really big motorcycle with one of those big wheels that can do roadster and rally and stuff. But it's not because of this teenager is doing something, not because the guy was racing. It's a 17 years old, I would say boy, 17 years old. He was just on the way to another schools to feed the children as a charity event.
It's very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate, but the accident happened. The big bike crashed with the van. We can't really pinpoint whose fault is it, but the abbot that was in the van.
He sat right next to the door.
Yes, he sat right next to the door, and they said when the police and the rescuer was there at the scene, the symptom was really bad already. So he passed away not too long after he arrived at the hospital. As far as the driver of the big bike motorcycle, the kid died at the scene, and the driver of the van right now still in hospital, critical condition, but should be able to make it okay. So the abbot is 80 years old and just came back from an ordained ceremony in another temple.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. And the thing is, look at the picture, the impact was probably very severe. And
They said the motorcycle is in pieces, and it's pretty bad. They said just the way to rescue the abbot out of the accident scene is just quite struggling.
So very unfortunate. Sorry to actually have to get your morning news like that. However, we have a lot more news. They're not cheerful, mind you. However, they're interesting news, so please stay tuned.